Fit right there. Hold and crank. What's up, guys? Just got bored, man. Turning. Don't really have a plan for this yet. Just want to turn some stuff, man. That's a little sharper. What's up, Shoops? Probably move the mount a little bit so you guys can see what the hell's going on, shouldn't I? Mighty respectable of me. Alright, I'm gonna move you guys a little bit so you can see what the hell's going on. Maybe. I don't know. The angle might suck. Jesus Christ. Might not suck. This thing's in the way, but I'm gonna kind of keep it there for a minute. This is a chunk of cherry from Brad at Goutwood. Like I said earlier, I don't really have any rhyme or reason to what I'm doing. I'm just Been rainy here all day, kind of crappy weather. I wanted to get outside and turn a little bit. So that's what we're gonna do. Maybe. What's up? The Shoop's been here for 6 months. Hell yeah. Alright. You ground. Me give my bowl gouge a little bit of love here. Maybe. Who the hell knows? Hell yeah, soldier. I appreciate it, man. Set this gouge real quick and I'll get back in there with y'all. Finger, damn. I believe this cart is going to have to go away right here. Here. Try this now. There we go. Much better. Do a mortise on the bottom. Right now we're just running at Mock Jesus. Hell with it. Just having fun, right? keeps killing me. See if I can back this tailstock off. Hopefully this worm screw's in here good enough. She ain't gonna fly off here and tear my head off. I think it is. We're fixing to find out. Move this over here just a little bit. Back that up. Turn the speed down just a tad bit. So I'm running this little thing together. Sounds like my it is a little loose. Got a flap for that. Okay, we got that set there. Move you guys over here. We'll start shaping the outside of this a little bit. What's up, Johnny? I haven't seen you guys in a little bit. I don't know what to do here. There we go. Still got a little bit on the outside, not super worried about it because I'm going to round this off the rest of the way, round off the top. And I don't know. See what I can pull with this. I wonder if I could set you guys up where you could see what's going on back here on my side. Hold on for a minute. Try something new. Look at this other flexi mount here. Let's see if I can. Get you guys hooked up back here a little bit. Never know. Might be something cool. Might be something real shitty. Make it kind of hard to read the comments, but I think it'll survive. Now maybe you guys can see what this looks like from my side. I don't know. This is a piece of cherry. Sorry, I thought I said that. Okay, got a bunch of these old Marples gouges. So we're gonna see what we can do with those. Go. a rough spot in there I can feel. Okay, there's that. Bust out the old gouge, give it a once over around the outsides. What I'm thinking about doing, I don't even know if it's possible to do it on something like this. But I guess it's what these late night sessions are for. Oh man, you're good. Alright, so this cherry seems like it's got a pretty solid grain to it, and I've never seen one. So I think I'm gonna try to put a captive ring in a bowl. If it don't work, it don't work, but I'm bored. So trying to debate if I should put on the sides or up towards the top. I think the sides is probably going to be our best bet. Now I don't have one of those like Sorby captive ring pools or anything like that, but I am pretty crafty when it comes to rigging random shit up. I do, however, want to get the side of it fairly good looking before I even get into it. Over here to get the others. My other. Where are you going? So this captive ring is going to stand off the side of this a little bit. But I want to leave this trench in here to where it'll actually spin in there and it'll still be, you know, captive. when shit starts getting kind of sketchy. We're digging. Take and round that off just a little bit more so I can get an angle in there. she's just about free. Okay, she is free now. I just seen it move all the way over. Yeah, she's free, so we got to cut a little bit of an indent for it to bounce around in there. And for that, we're going to use our parting tool. Real careful not to bump it. Oh, shit. Boys and girls, that was a job. We have a captive ring in here. Hell yeah, we do. Captive ring. Alright, so come down here to the scraper, clean this up a little bit on the bottom. We already got our mortise cut. I should probably tape that or something. Bumped y'all there, sorry. She in there, boys. Are gonna have to give the outside of this some love, of course, because I've been going at it like a dumbass here. That little skew episode kind of thank you, man. Means a hell of a lot. It really does. Give these a make sure they're short up on the bottom. Because of the angle on this, I'm going to flip it in reverse. And that's how I'm going to cut my dovetails on my tenon on this side over here. God damn, I didn't want to do that. Whoo! Thank God for worm screws. That son of a bitch could have came off there real bad, like. Thank God we didn't tear it up too bad. Slow it down. There's a big no-no, y'all. Big ass no-no. Made my butthole pucker. See how bad that is. Not too god-awful bad. We can fix that. So. That scared me. Not gonna lie. You would have a hard time getting a stick pin up my ass with a sledgehammer right now. In my damn way. See where we're at here. We'll be alright. Doing just fine, damn it. We'll rest our sphincters for a second. We're in uncharted territory here. I've never once seen a captive ring bowl. Can't say I've really looked for a captive ring bowl either. Just kind of it's like, hey, one of those doomy moments. All right. See what we got right now. We got our captive ring. It's she spins. But we're gonna chuck her up on this side, round off this edge a little bit, hollow her out. Try not to break our damn ring, cause I don't know. I just got a feeling that's gonna be a hell of a hindrance here in a minute. Let's see that dev kit on Barney do that. mounts. Good Lord. There we go. Sorry, y'all. So, turn her down, make sure she's not going to fly off 7 ways on Sunday. Okay. Get the big girl here, check the burr on it. Probably wouldn't hurt to give it a little bit of love real quick. Ow. Alright. Bring this mount down so I can operate a little bit. I do think we need more speed on this, I'm not gonna lie. Scoot this in just a little bit so I can hug this lip. Okay. Let's get it. move the tailstock out the way because it's getting in the way. Okay, so we're going to have to resort to something a little bit different on the inner walls of this because I want to be very careful. Things getting annoying. That hurt. And I'll probably need stitches on that one. Fuck. Maybe. Shit. Don't touch your sharpening wheel. I hurt like hell. Yeah, I don't.
Check it out.
Huh? Yeah, you might come and look at this real quick. God damn it. I don't think
Don't show it on the camera.
I'm live. Any stitches in that, or can I just glue it?
I mean, clean it before you glue it, but you probably could use a stitch in it.
Ow. I don't know if I can use activator on this or not.
You want me to go get a bandage?
Yeah, because I'm going to go ahead and glue it. Might as well tape it up. Hold on, we got to glue up a hole. Wow! Fucking damn, that hurts. Sorry, guys, you didn't need to hear that. It's cool. We're good. CA glued it. She's getting the bandage. We're going to be all right. Back at the bowl. Damn! I peed a little bit, I'm not going to lie, guys. It burns a little bit, yeah, it burns. We're good though. We have stopped the bleeding for the most part. My wife's she's pretty legit. She's a nurse. She's gonna eyeball it real quick. We're gonna flip this in reverse. Put her in reverse, Terry. We're gonna cut on this backside. Cut my damn finger off the sharpening stud. Back. For more injury content, yes. Fuck you, finger too, man.
What did you put on it?
CA glue.
You want to wipe it off?
It's what's on there's on there. It's in there now. It's like ragu. Thank you much. She came to my rescue.
All I heard was shit. And I could probably use a stitch.
Scared the shit out of me. I thought I pulled my finger up in the old the wheel of death there. All right, so we are getting this kind of wallered out here. We're gonna come inside a little bit. We can't go too far because we've already made this indention for this ring to travel. Thank you, honey. And then we're gonna round off the top, and I want to make it like a nice little lid for it. Is it rag? I thought it was ragu that was like it's in there. Is it prego? Pragu? Whatever. You know what the fuck I mean. That's why I like you guys. You don't give a shit to bust my ass. Thank you, Dan. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, we're just now about to the bottom of this trench. Thunder Gouge, Spunday crew. She's been here for a while. Also, a badass turner. We're going to put her in drive now. Forward, whatever the hell you want to call it. And if you guys like this kind of content, you know, me like hurting myself and everything all the time. And occasionally I make like a real banger. Please consider liking and subscribing. I'm still stuck in like the 6,500 range. I do want a little bit of a lip on the top of this. Subscribers for more injuries. Yeah. Shoot's got it right, I reckon. Okay, I'm going to take our parting tool here. It's always been a flaw of mine. I always like to use the diamond head for like a detail tool. I don't think it's really meant for that. But it lets me get in a bunch of weird places. Like a tick on a damn camping trip. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to give that some love. See what this looks like now. My finger is throbbing. So is that a yes? What? I'm sorry. Does he even see our messages? Yes, that girl. I see your messages. Hello, how are you? All right, so got the ring in here. Doing all right, I reckon. little bit of a lip at the bottom. I think we could go deeper. I don't know exactly how much deeper we want to go, you know, but nothing to her but to do, I reckon. Alright. And because of the angle, we're going to stop her, flip her in reverse. I kind of was undercutting it there. Sorry, not ignoring you. So we're going to go in here and we're going to round it off once we put it in reverse with the round again because I'm indecisive and shit. There we go. Kind of looks a little oriental, I'm not going to lie. Kind of digging it. Also not going to lie. Okay, so now that I've gimpified myself up pretty good, I'm going to run around the inside of it with 120. Be careful around the ring there. Come on, we only got 47 likes in here. I've done bled for y'all. Hit that damn like button. It don't cost anything. Okay. I'll move you guys over here back to normal land. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right. Oh. It could very well be the biggest captive ring I've ever done. I'm not gonna lie. Inside of it's fairly smooth. Lid looks kind of straight. Damn, Shoob Show, did have to do that. It's like $7 you guys have already thrown at me. This stream alone. Everybody give it up for the Shoops. They got a hell of a channel. You all going live tonight? What kind of wood should we put on the top of this for the lid? I'll let you guys decide. Damn it, Billy. There we go. Tomorrow night. I think we need to put a lid on it. Stand off about that tall. I don't know what I got here. I think I got a piece of walnut over there. Might make a good lid for it. And before we do that, we're gonna give it some love with some friction polish. Give my hands a little bit of a break. Turn the speed down. We're still in reverse. I just shot friction polish at y'all. We're in the splatter zone. Stop this and I'll put it in dry, the way it's not thrown at y'all. This is a very nice piece of cherry. Came from Brad at Got Wood. Been a longtime sponsor of the channel and a hell of a sponsor at that. Kind of fucking trippy doing like that, I ain't gonna lie, boys. If you use the code WHACKER, WHACKER, you get a pretty good discount there. Make sure you tell them that Big Mike sent you. I had a pretty good finish on it before I chopped it loose, but I do want to get some of this here friction polish on it, because it'll just make it slide a little bit easier. I usually forget to sand the damn things before I pop them loose, and it makes it a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, finger out the hole. Alright, so yeah, I'm digging that. Robert G would be proud. Boy was ate up with the captive ring fan. Okay. Now I think it is time to shake up some of this Thundergack, aka Shine Juice, and shellac this heifer. turn the speed down like again. Give the inside a little bit of love. Make sure she's all greased up. A few simple shells. Thank you, Thunder Gouge. I don't understand what you mean by a few simple shells, brother. Okay. She's crazy. She got a shine on her too. Hell yeah, she does. Right, let's pop this heifer off here, see what we're working with. I'll hold her the right way so you guys can see her. All that cool stuff. So, captive ring, cherry bowl. Spinny, spin, spin. Grab and see if I got a chunk of walnut over here. Or something that we could slap on top of this behemoth real quick. It's a captive ring in a bowl. I did it. First one. About cut my finger off. There's some walnut. Watch your ears, y'all. Did not want to cut. Alright. Well, we got us a chunk of walnut here. I just knocked the edges off that thing. We're gonna get my spur drive and my tailstock here. We're gonna give her the old 1-2 bop, make her round real quick. Get this out the way. Probably have to go get my tailstock first. Nah, I mean, it's cool. It's right here. Lost a little bit of weight, so my damn apron's just massive now, and it gets cut on everything. I don't think I got any zebra wood on me. Believe it or not, I absolutely love zebra wood. Brad usually has me some in the shop here. But this walnut's kind of got the outside perimeter of the fat wood. Hopefully we'll be able to save a little bit of that. You know, maybe if we're lucky. By God, that's where we're going to send her at right there. For you guys that are watching, don't do anything that I do. It's probably not the best. All right, we've covered that. I am tightening the damn straps. They keep fucking popping loose. All right, so we got here. We're on. Oh hell, we're not that crazy. All right, let's shape it. Sure not my bull gouge anymore. My schedule alive with nothing but me cleaning my damn shop. I want every one of y'all to be here because you're just as responsible for this mess as I am. Cutting a lot of air on the edges there, so I'm going to turn up the speed. Alright, see where we're at as far as roundness goes. I know we're not 100% round, but we're kind of close. Walnut tastes like ass. That means that my thingy came loose. Following that shadow line on the back of it. Alright, let's see what we got here. My first turning was on a 1936 South Bend. Dude, that is awesome. You guys that don't know what a South Bend is, that is of course, it's an older lathe by what he's saying, but or she, for that matter. But a South Bend was like notorious for being a powerhouse. Like I do sketchy stuff, but just turning on the South Bend, like your insurance premium went up. Those things were damn near widow makers. Not going to get a whole lot crazier than that in the middle of that, but we are going to flip this now that I've got a little bit of edge established, because this is actually going to be the top of it. We're going to shore up this side, make the socket to fit the captive ring bowl, and then we'll come back over and we'll style the top side to make it look legit. Good thing I got 9 more fingers because I'm getting ready to sharpen this gouge up again here in a second. You guys are just popping in. Please like and subscribe. Helps the channel out tremendously. Last time I checked, I was like 6,500 subscribers or something like that. And it'd be a hell of a lot easier if my sub number was a little bit higher than that. Don't use any drive spur, only tailstock, pressing it against the chuck. Oh yeah? That's pretty cool. Turn this down a little bit. I just want to shore this up, and then I want to cut the lip to make it fit inside this. I'm not going to move y'all over there. That's a pain in the ass. I'll just bend the whole damn mount so y'all can see. There you go. It's a lot better, I think. Suzanne in here? What's up? Suzanne's also got a hell of a channel too. All right. Let me eyeball this thing. You probably use a bunch of the fancy measuring tools we got around here, but obviously I'm not going to do that. Set this over here for a minute and I think that might be a little too small, but we're getting ready to find out. Yeah, way too small. It's fine. That's why we didn't get all wild on it, you know, right off the rip. Bring that in about 1/8 of an inch. out, Billy. She's just right there. All right. This is that make or break moment where we're walking her in there. We don't want to go too crazy, but I think that might have did it. Holy sheep shit, boys. There we go. Cool. If that would have broke my ring, you would all see me lose my damn mind. That's all I'm saying. Alright, let's cut the up a little bit deeper. Shore off the bottom of this, make our mortise, flip it, and sculpt it. Okay. That's done. Just like before, I'm going to flip this in reverse to cut the inside of the dovetail over there. Helps out a little bit. Be careful, don't break the ring. Yeah, I don't want to break the ring. It scares the hell out of me. Alright. Mortise is cut. Let's clean the bottom of this up. Still in reverse because I'm an idiot. Okay. Hit it with some sanding. Round off the edges a little bit. We don't want that too aggressive. We're going to sculpt all that. Give her one last hoorah before we back the hell up off here. And we need to shave a little bit off the top of it. It's a good thing we checked. That's rounded. Ow. That's what I want. All right, we're gonna move this out of the way for a minute. Set it right over there. Flip this heifer over and chuck it up here. We're going to sculpt the top of it. That's a heifer. I'm flipping heifers. All right. What's Amy? What's up, Amy? I didn't see you in there. I'm sorry. Trying not to cut off another finger. Bring this in a little bit. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Okay. Run that bead all the way out to that lip. Work on the top a little bit so we can get a little bit of a knob made. Hit that like button. Maybe we can make it to 75 likes. Alright, let's sculpt this into a knob. See how she fits, see if I gotta trim any off this outer lip out here, and then we'll get her cleaned up. Oh shit, on the first run, boys and girls. Alright, let's get this cleaned up. Hell yeah, she stayed center. Alright, so hit this heifer with our scraper. Lower it down a little bit. I think that we can't just have a plain Jane lid and then have a captive ring on that. So I am going to put a little bit of a lip right here because we already kind of got one. And then I'm going to bust out the old spiraling tool, put some stuff here and a little bit right here just to pull attention to the top. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, what we got here? All right, so this heifer right here, super fun, super pain in the ass, but once you get to figure out how to use it, it's awesome. This is the Sorby Mini Spiraling. Sorry if you're watching this, sponsor me, y'all. I really need the bigger one. All right, so we're going to put a little bit of a lip right there on that, like this. All right, and then we're going to turn the speed way down. Way down further lower than that. Change my belt. It's the only bad thing about using the spiraling tool. You have to drop your speeds down fairly low to get the optimal results. Raise that up. Damn Shoops, y'all got to stop, man. If I give it up for Shoops, if you haven't liked and subscribed to those guys yet, go do that too. Make sure I ain't got none of this nonsense up there in my belts. Alright, so stand this off a little bit. Turn the speed down because we're on the outside here. That's how it works. Alright, let's see what we got. We got a spiraling there, and I like to take the ow, not that. That hurts like hell when I gouge myself with it. I like to mark the inside of it. Come out here and we'll mark the outside of it as well. And then we're going to turn this where the cutter is vertical. Like so. And right on the very edge of this top cap here, we're going to put a little flour. And I got to hold it there for a second. I don't know if you guys can see that yet or not, but I promise you will. So you got a little flour there, then you get your gypling up here. We're going to put a little indent in the very center of that, and then a line on the outside of it. All right. We're going to hit her with some sandpaper. We're going to give her some love with some friction polish. Okay. Zoom, zoom, motherfucker. The only thing about using the Jipling tool and the spiraling tool and all that stuff is if you got any kind of indentions on here and you put the friction polish on there, physics alone says it's going to jump in there and it's going to sting, so, or stick. So you got to kind of turn the speed up and use friction and heat to get that out of there. This one's the Sorby. It's a little bit more pricier. This was actually sent to me by a guy up north in Ohio. It was Hartford Tool. But if you get the one off of Find by Tool, they have both sizes. They have the big one and the little one, and they're not that much. I think they're only like $80 a piece, which is, I think this one was $103. All right, so let's put some Shawala Walla juice on here. Give it its home on top of the old captive ring bowl. I'll show you guys what we got. Holy hell, it's been almost 2 hours on a bowl. This is the lid to a bowl. I will show you the entire bowl here in just a second. Crazy. It just popped up in my my news feed the other day. I've been on YouTube for about 2 years now, and whenever I started, I never really thought I'd be doing this kind of stuff. I don't really have like the biggest subscriber count or anything like that, but I do got the coolest group of people that show up to these, and they show up to them continuously. And I've got some really phenomenal sponsors. I'm not going to beat around the bush on that. But that makes it all worthwhile. So, yeah, it's just crazy that it pops up like that and just hits you. All right. So, there's that. Okay. We'll give this another coat of the old Shawala Walla juice. But that's what she looks like. And I'm about tempted to put some of these Jipling marks around this lip right here on the top of this. This also has a captive ring in it. First time I've seen one of those done. Some new roots. Let's put some Shawala Walla juice on this as well. Yeah, get it all sexy like. What do y'all think? Should I put some of the spiraling marks up here on this top edge or what? Just leave her like she is. Yes, please, what? Thank you, Jesse. Let's make sure we're centered up here real good. All that cool stuff, and then we'll see about putting some spiral marks on there. And the lines. Add the lines. All right. Okay. Let me. She's down low. Down low, boys. Let's put this back over. Thank you, New Roads. All right, so let's get this thing kind of eyeballed out here. Gives you the lines out the outside of it. Let's frame it. Okay, there's one line. This one's gonna be real close to the edge like, but I think we can nail her. Put some friction polish on it for y'all. Actually, where's my really high grit pad at? 1500 over here. Knock the fuzzies off here. Set that there for a second, let it backfill, and then we're going to turn the speed up. Melt that out of those lines. I'd really like to thank my wife for coming out and like handling business and taking care of me. She was on that shit right real quick like, so it just proves that she does watch my lives. Oh hell, you didn't have to do that, man. The shoots are dropping bombs today. Alright, let me get y'all up here. And captive ring. It's kind of like a, gives me like a Oriental vibe, you know? I don't know why. Thank you. Shoops, really. Thank you guys. These birth control goggles off real quick. And I can't believe we got that lid to line up like that without actually measuring it. So I'm pretty surprised about that. That's a piece of black walnut I had laying around here. And then we got the jimping around the lid there from the spiraling tool. And our captive ring. I've never seen a captive ring on a bowl, man. Thank you. Resin art by Amy. I was flipping through some of her vids last night. I don't know how she does it, but she can take flat resin and make it look like it's 6 feet deep. And it's some of the most beautiful flowers and stuff like that I've ever seen. I would love to learn how to do that so I could do it on like one of these high-end pin kits, because that stuff is just absolutely beautiful. Dark wood gives it that vibe. I think it might be the dark wood. Amy is amazing. 100%. 218 people in here, man. Let's get to try to hit 100 likes, see if we can do it. Good, my wife's in here. Hit the damn like button, woman. She's trying to see if I cut off another finger. Yes, Amy has some wicked flowers. Yeah, just like they said, I'm just lucky not to have bubbles in my resin. I poured a pin blank the other day out of epoxy, just straight resin, and it looked like a murder scene in my kitchen. So, like, I don't know how she does it and keeps it straight, but she has got some absolutely beautiful stuff. I'm gonna have to get a hold of her just so I can learn how to do like the 3D pours to where it's not all just one color. Like she pours stuff and it literally looks like flowers. Let's see, do a couple. Maybe you can glue them back to back. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll definitely hit you up on that, and we'll do a collab on it. Whatever I make, I'll send it back to you. You can have the pin. Gotta get that friction polish off my damn phone. Yeah. Yeah, the stuff she does, like I've never seen stuff like that. I don't have a vacuum chamber. I don't know if she uses a vacuum chamber. The stuff she pours is like really thin, but the way she does it, it looks like it's like 6 inches deep. Don't want what? I don't know what she doesn't want. I've got a pretty good idea what she doesn't want, but you know. Oh. So tomorrow I have to work a cool. I will send you an email here in a minute. Tomorrow I got to work a graduation, so I don't know what time I'll get out of that for sure. So I don't know if Sunday Monday is going to be a thing. If it's super late, probably won't do it because, you know, kids still got school the next day and I work at a school. I got ball games and stuff over the next few days, but I just wanted to, yes, she has earned it, in fact. But over the next few days, we've got ball games, stuff like that. This is the last week of school, so it's crazy hectic. As soon as I figure out a guard or something for this sharpening stone that I just about yanked my finger off with, I'll give you all a little preview of that setup and all that cool stuff like that. I got a lot of stuff going on. School's getting ready to end. Okay, Shoops will be going live tomorrow at 7 Eastern. Make sure you guys are there. Once again, Shoops, thank you guys for the membership bombs and all that stuff like that, and the donos. After school's out, I got a few household projects I got to build around here, so I might video those. It's like my videos bomb for some reason. I don't know. Lives do pretty good, but videos bomb. I'm gonna do an outdoor kitchen. We got to work with some stuff around the deck and the pool, but hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit more frequently and stuff like that throughout the summer when we're not crazy busy or going to the gym or all that cool stuff, or just, you know, being parents. But other than that, thank you guys for hanging out on this Saturday night with me. Peace. Love y'all. God bless. Please check out my sponsors. Got Wood LLC. Use the code WHACKER, WHACKER. Strong Ink Pens and Pen Kit Small can kiss my ass. Strong Ink Pens is the shit. They just sent me the new box. I just busted it open. Haven't got to make any of the kits yet. I want to look at them a little bit. I still got to do some stuff with the Creality Falcon over here. It's just smarter than I am. And I have several other videos and stuff that I want to get out to you guys. So other than that, peace. Love y'all. I'm out.